Yo, what's up? My name's Retro Pat, and today is not your normal Dungeon Defenders video, and it's honestly kind of a bit of a bummer video, but also kind of hopeful, and I hope you guys understand. I think my Dungeon Defenders journey is coming to an end, at least for now, at least temporarily. I'm sure that someday I will come back and I will enjoy Dungeon Defenders, but I think I need a break, guys, if I'm being totally honest. I've put a lot of time into this game recently, and I've really enjoyed it. It was one of the most fun experiences of my life, and it's what created this channel and really skyrocketed this channel up to, this is the small, passionate project that it is now, right? I wouldn't be here without this amazing game. And man, getting featured in the game, there's something that I could rant about and talk about. Getting featured in the game for that Christmas update with the tavern was literally one of the most special moments in my entire gaming career. But if I'm being honest, I haven't actually played Dungeon Defenders in about 1 to 2 months. I played a ton. I got really ahead on videos because I knew that I had a big, thing coming up, a big event, and I wanted to celebrate my birthday, and I had a lot of things I needed to do that I just didn't have time. I knew I wouldn't have time to play Dungeon Defenders, so I prepped up for that. I played a bunch, and I think it kind of burned me out, honestly, prepping that much, unfortunately. But also, I think it's just, there's a lot of factors coming into this, and I've been hoping, I haven't played in 1 to 2 months, I've been hoping that the urge to play would come back. I didn't want to make this video. I didn't want to tell you guys this because it makes me so sad, But it hasn't come back. I logged on today, and I knew that today was the time where I'm going to log on, and if I feel an urge to play a map, feel an urge to go for a goal, that would be amazing, and that urge just wasn't there. And I think it's really important to remind you guys, and remind myself, you should not force yourself to play video games where you're not having fun. That is not what video games are for. It's not what video games are about, at least for me personally. You know what? If they are that for you, more power to you. Dungeon Defenders is not that for me. Sometimes it's okay to push through. I totally get that. I totally respect that. But Dungeon Defenders is not that for me. It is a fun game. It's a grindy game, and I love grinding it, but I'm not enjoying the grind right now. And if I'm not enjoying the grind, I think it would be disrespectful to you guys, and it would be disingenuous to keep trying to pump out videos and keep trying to make videos for a game that I'm not enjoying at the current time. I love Dungeon Defenders so much. It is my 4th favorite game of all time, and I think it is genuinely the most underrated video game of all time. I'm not joking I'm not being bombastic when I say that, right? My top 4 favorite games are number 1, Old School RuneScape, number 2, Pokemon MMO, number 3, Magic the Gathering, if you count that, and then number 4, Dungeon Defenders. And out of all those, Dungeon Defenders is easily the least popular, right, in terms of actual total statistics. But man, there are so many people who have played this game, have beautiful experiences. The amount of comments I see who are like, yeah, I grew up playing this game with my brother, or with my dad, or with my family or friends, or I remember sleepovers and LAN parties. This game was built to give nostalgic, amazing, cooperative memories. And I think that it's such a special game for that reason. And it's just a really good game on top of it all. There's so many things I could say about how much I love Dungeon Defenders, right? But I'm not enjoying it right now. And that's the reality of it. And the reality is, all good things must eventually come to an end, okay? They must eventually at least come to a pause. And for the foreseeable future, the Tavern of Petrowski will be closed. But before I fully shut down shop, let's go ahead and go through some of the achievements I've gained on Dungeon Defenders. Obviously, I got level 100 on my most nostalgic favorite character, the Squire, which it just means the world to me. This is really what I wanted in Dungeon Defenders. But they're coming back to the game. There were so many other achievements and so many other goals that I found myself wanting. I ended up playing Dungeon Defenders for 420 hours on PC, kind of hilariously, almost exactly, and got 67 out of the 118 achievements in the game, which is crazy. Sorry if you see me spin to winning a lot right now, like this, for example. My keybinds got reset like they do every update because I haven't played in a while. We can go through all of my hero info, through all my stats. I have all these amazing heroes that I've grown to love and understand and learn. Things like the Summoner, which I'd never played before coming to the PC version. Things like the Barbarian, one of my favorite new classes to play, the DPS class. The Hermit, the Series EV, the Wizard, the Mage, the Monk Aura stacks. I've learned so many things. I learned about, farming mythical gear and higher levels of gear and Ultimate Plus and all these crazy, beautiful maps. And to see what Dungeon Defenders can do, how the end game is so amazing, has just been eye-opening to me. And it's cool I know that I have so much left to do, but I just don't want to do it right now, to be totally honest. And I think there will come a time where I will want to come back to it. I will want to do it. So it would be silly to force it now. So I know there's a bunch to do. Let's go through some of my Dungeon Defender goal list and see what I've achieved and what I could do in the future when I come back to the series, possibly one day. Let's just straight up update our goal list while we're at it. Why don't we? We did go ahead and achieve level 100, so I can go ahead and knock that out. I definitely didn't complete all challenges. I never got the campaign done on Ruthless difficulty. That would be an amazing one to go for someday. I still never played a community event, even though so many of you reached out to me on Discord and kept me in the loop and let me know what was happening there. I really appreciate it, but I just never had the time, unfortunately. I did actually give Awakened and DD. I needed to give DD2 another shot, but I did go ahead and give Awakened another shot. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that part. And I actually really enjoyed it when going back and giving it a little bit more of a shot. And that was kind of I'm going to be honest, a way for me to revitalize my love for Dungeon Defenders, since I was getting kind of tired of the original version, even though it's still the best version by far. Let's be honest. I think I did more Barbarian Assault. I don't even know if that's 100% true, but I don't want to delete it just in case. But in terms of pets and stuff like this, there's so much to get still. There's so much to get. I honestly don't know exactly what I've gotten on here in totality. I just don't feel, I'm going to be honest, I just don't feel like going through all of that. And I know that's a little silly, but when I'm more motivated and I want to come back to the game, I'm sure it'll be fun to go through that goal list and be reinvigorated. Coming back to the game with a pre-existing goal list is honestly an amazing feeling. So I'm going to save that for when I return someday. And I know that I will return someday. I know that I'm a person who always comes back to games. I never really leave them for too long, but I'm just grinding too many games right now. I'm playing Pokemon all the time. What is this new? This is beautiful. This is gorgeous. I'm sorry, this is impromptu. I didn't know this was here. This is totally new to me. This is exactly what I'm looking for. This is exactly the vibe that I feel looking off into the sunrise, into the sunset, and just experiencing my final moments in Dungeon Defenders for quite a while. We only have so much time on this beautiful, big, spinning globe, and I spend a lot of my time right now playing other games, Pokemon, Minecraft, Magic the Gathering, and I watch a lot of movies with my wife, and I love doing that. I love watching movies with my wife, so I'm gonna have to cut out other things that I just care for less right now, and unfortunately, right now, that thing is Dungeon Defenders. Thank you all so much for joining me, for watching, for all your time spent, for all your mornings, your afternoons, your evenings, the binge watching of the Dungeon Defender series. I cannot thank you guys enough for all the tips, tricks, comments, Discord DMs. I would have not gotten this far if it were not for you guys. And the Dungeon Defenders community was so welcoming. You guys should be so proud of what you represent. You should be so proud of the video game that you play. You should be so happy to be a part of this game. And if you're watching this and you're still enjoying the game, you're still involved, please stay involved. Join the Discord. Don't quit the game just because I'm quitting. This game is amazing. If you have the urge, play it. Go for it. There's so much to this beautiful game, and there's so much that I want to do for this beautiful game still. And the only thing I'm honestly sad about, maybe I'll still do this because it's not really playing the game. The one thing that is actually burning in my insides that I'm leaving unfinished, I really wanted to do a progress guide for Dungeon Defenders. Hey, create a new account and here's how to get to level 70, and a 0 to level 100 progress guide now that I've done it. When to farm mythical gear, what maps to do, when to do what storylines, etc., etc. I really want to do something like that because this game deserves it. This game deserves a good video progress guide that covers everything in great detail, because I think one of the hardest things of this game is making that jump from what do you do after the story. It's very similar to Pokemon. What do you do after the storyline? What do you do? Where do you go? What maps do you play? What difficulty? How do you get good gear? How do you upgrade? It's tough. The progress line is not as clear as maybe it should be, and it's something I wanted to add to the community that unfortunately I didn't get to. So maybe one day you'll see that video up on this channel. But for now, other videos, non-Dungeon Defender videos, will be uploaded from this point forward. If that is not your cup of tea, I super understand. If you've only subscribed to me for Dungeon Defenders, I super understand. If you want to unsubscribe, I totally get it. I appreciate your time that you already spent here. I appreciate your time watching the videos. No one has to watch my videos. You guys choose to, and that is a privilege in itself. Thank you so much again. I just want to end it with one more thank you, because it's just been an amazing experience. And it's been one of my favorite gaming experiences. Getting 5,000 subs on this channel has felt so special. Even though I have, another channel which has more subs, this one's been a different type of journey, and it's been beautiful. Thank you guys so much again. Like the video if you enjoyed it and enjoyed the Dungeon Defender series. Dislike if you didn't. Subscribe to the channel for not Dungeon Defenders videos in the future, but I'm excited for what's to come on this channel, and I'm curious what I'll want to do next, because I'm sure there'll be plenty of series like the Dungeon Defenders one, where it's tons and tons and tons of episodes in long-term arcs like that. That's what I enjoy in gaming, is long-term arcs and stories, and we don't see that a whole lot on YouTube nowadays. But anyways, I will see you guys later. Once and for all, final goodbye. Have a great day. Enjoy the games you enjoy. And one last piece of Reno. Hey, what's up? Retro Pat here, and I want to say a quick big thank you to everybody whose name is listed here, because it means you went above and beyond and supported me via the Patreon, which allows me to put more time, effort, and resources into this channel. Thank you so much, and have a great day.